Imagine a city where culinary exploration isn't just an option, it's the very fabric of daily life, as this reveals. This isn't a city with some nice restaurants. This is a city with over 25,000 tapas bars. It is relentless. This concentration gives Madrid the highest density of bars per person on Earth. It's not a competition, but Madrid is winning. Statistically, there is one bar for every 132 residents. You could trip on the sidewalk and fall into a glass of vermouth. If you ate at a new bar every night, it would take over 68 years to visit them all. Good luck. Madrid is not just a city with bars, it's a bar with a city attached. It has the highest density on Earth. Statistically, you are never more than 100 meters away from a place to get a caña and a croqueta. The city boasts over 25,000 tapas bars. That's one bar for every 132 residents. Let that sink in. For comparison, New York City has about one bar for every 400 residents. Madrid is not playing the same game. This isn't a city. It's a delicious, never-ending pub crawl. Socializing here requires athletic levels of appetizer consumption. The historic center alone, a maze of just 5 square kilometers, packs in over 10,000 of these establishments. Many of these bars are generational, like Casa Labra, which has been serving tapas near Puerta del Sol since 1860. A single bar might offer 30 different types of tapas, from simple patatas bravas to complex constructions with cured tuna. Evolution gave us 5 basic tastes. Madrid's chefs looked at that and said, "Hold my vermouth, we can do better." Madrid's tapas culture, a tradition centuries in the making, really took shape way back in the 13th century, blossoming into a post-Franco culinary explosion by the 19th. The story kicks off with King Alfonso X of Castile. He was ill and prescribed wine, but to keep him from getting too drunk, his doctor suggested small food portions with every glass. The king found this worked wonders, and then decreed that all Castilian taverns had to serve food with their wine. This was essentially a royal health initiative. The original tapa literally meant lid. In those early taverns, they'd place a slice of bread or cured meat over the glass, keeping flies out. This practical measure, combined with the king's decree, turned a simple health rule into a delicious national pastime. It's wild to think a government policy birthed this culinary tradition. That 13th century royal order wasn't about fancy food. It was purely about public health, aiming to curb day-long intoxication. A simple snack truly shifted centuries of social habits. By the 19th century, Madrid's population was booming. These small, affordable bar snacks became essential for the growing workforce, providing cheap sustenance. Tapas bars popped up everywhere, becoming vital social hubs. Then, the tradition absolutely exploded after 1975. General Franco's dictatorship ended, and Spain entered La Movida Madrileña, a period of intense cultural liberation. Madrid's bars immediately became symbols of this new freedom, buzzing with creative energy. These tapas bars were at the heart of this cultural renaissance, evolving far beyond just covering glasses. They became miniature culinary battlegrounds, fiercely competitive. Chefs started creating unique, complex small plates. This competitive spirit fueled their rapid expansion. 4 billion euros, that's the yearly income pouring into Madrid's tapas bars, a sum that dwarfs the entire economy of at least 25 nations, all from little dishes of food. This isn't just a cultural quirk, it's a colossal economic force. These 25,000 places employ over 100,000 people directly, a vast workforce from top chefs to those scrubbing pots. This culinary army forms a bedrock of the city's economy, and it's deeply local. A striking 80% of Madrid's tapas bars are run by families, independent operations, not big corporations. This whole setup feeds thousands of local suppliers, from ham makers in Extremadura to olive farmers down in Andalusia. rippling benefits nationwide. For the 10 million tourists who flock to Madrid each year, tapas are the star attraction. City data shows over 75% of international visitors pick Madrid specifically for its food scene. The city has masterfully turned small bites into a massive tourist draw. How unusual is this concentration? Let's look around. Seville, another food lover's paradise, has roughly one tapas bar for every 200 people. Madrid's density is actually 35% higher. Even Barcelona, swarming with millions more tourists, has only one bar for every 350 residents. Madrid's sheer scale, confirmed by Numbeo and city figures, is a true outlier, even for Spain. It turns out the most potent economic drivers aren't always complicated financial products. Sometimes, it's just an exceptionally good croqueta. Madrid packs a tapas bar for every 130 residents, a density that absolutely dwarfs even other Spanish culinary titans. On our map, this overwhelming presence means you are never more than 50 meters from a place serving small plates in the city center. Imagine walking from your door. Statistically, you'd hit a tapas spot within a minute. This wasn't an accident. It's a tradition tracing back to the 13th century, when royal decrees forced taverns to offer food. Today, this heritage fuels a massive chunk of the economy, with Madrid boasting over 25,000 tapas bars. To put that number in perspective, it's more than the entire population of Cambridge, UK. Even Seville, another tapas haven, has one bar for about 200 people, and Barcelona, a city of millions, offers one for roughly 350. Madrid's ratio is closer to that 1 for 130 mark. This creates a unique urban fabric, weaving communal eating and social life right into the streets. The sheer volume means constant competition, pushing innovation, and keeping prices reasonable. So, what's the upshot for Madrid? It's a cultural cornerstone, an economic engine generating billions and supporting over 100,000 jobs. The tapas bar here isn't just a business. It's the very heartbeat of Madrid's social and economic life. Madrid sees 1.5 million daily tapas trips, a vibrant pulse for its urban rhythm. But beyond the numbers, the real magic is the everyday reality. Tapeo is a daily ritual, a fundamental way Madrileños connect. You could visit a different tapas bar every single day for 68 years, and still never repeat one. So, how do people even choose? Ir de tapas is less a meal and more a social marathon. Most locals hit 3 to 4 specialized bars each night. Think of it like running multiple errands just to grab dinner. With 25,000 options, deciding where to eat becomes the city's unofficial extreme sport, a kind of culinary paralysis. Each bar is often a hyper-specialist. One nails patatas bravas, another boasts 50 types of vermouth. It's a city of true experts. Consider jamón. Some bars serve varieties from over 7 distinct, legally protected regions of Spain, each with its own unique flavor. This level of dedication is almost obsessive. If your friend discovers a new calamari spot, you've got about 12 hours to try it before you become socially irrelevant. The pressure is definitely real. The entire city runs on these small plates. Every weekend, Madrid consumes over 300 tons of patatas bravas alone. That's dedication, or maybe just an addiction. The average Madrileño maintains over 60% of their close friendships through this regular tapeo. It's a socially binding agent stronger than superglue. What other city builds its social fabric bite by bite? On a single 200-meter street like Calle Cava Baja, you can find over 50 bars, offering more than 1,000 distinct tapas. Madrid's culinary scene is exploding, with a surprising 5% jump in new tapas bars over 5 years, showcasing its vibrant spirit. But this boom comes with a hefty price tag. Commercial rents in historic neighborhoods like La Latina have jumped over 30%, squeezing old favorites. This pressure, weirdly, forces creativity. Today, more than 20% of these new spots are fusion tapas, mixing Spanish roots with international tastes. Think of it like a culinary science experiment. They're mashing up shark and hummingbird, and the outcomes are surprisingly good. Take Japo Tapas, for instance, tuna tataki on classic pan con tomate. It's a hit. The tourists are a big part of this shift, making up almost 400,000 of the city's 1.5 million daily tapas outings. Experts predict Madrid's tapas revenue will hit 5 billion euros annually by 2028, fueled by this mix of old and new. Still, veteran chefs worry about losing authenticity, arguing a real tapa should cost no more than 3 gulps of wine. Opening a tapas bar here, a city with more bars than trees, feels downright insane to some. Yet, adaptation is key. To cut down on waste from its 25,000 kitchens, over 3,000 bars now turn used cooking oil into biofuel. Even the digital age has landed. More than 60% of tapas bars use QR code menus, a jump from just 10% before the pandemic. For locals, though, it's deeply personal. 9 out of 10 Madrileños see el tapeo as fundamental to who they are. It's baffling how an entire city functions on so little sleep and so many small bites.